Hi all, it's 6 June 2021. Today I'm going to start with a very new brainchild of me, and that is 5 minutes of programming facts. I'll try to cover up things which could be covered within 5 minutes, and we'll touch upon different programming aspects. Today we'll going to talk about what exactly you mean by a programming language, how many programming languages are there, and why are so many programming languages there? So these are the three questions we are going to attempt to look at, and we start looking at the definition of programming language. This is directly taken from the Wikipedia page, and it's not from any book. What Wikipedia says about programming language is that a programming language is a notation for writing programs. Programs are specifications of the computations. The code written in programming language instructs the computer to carry out the computational tasks. Now, what this means? This means programming language acts as a tool to convert our thoughts into a recipe that can be cooked on a physical device, which is referred to as a computational device. So we have a computational device and we have a computational task. This computational task we need to instruct the device to work on or to solve. And programming language can act as a tool using which we can instruct this device. Now, these programming languages can be thought of as an instrument in order to describe the task to the computational device. And the instructions that are produced for these programming devices, they are referred to as the code because it's an encoding that we are talking about. Now, when it comes to programming languages, and you just do a Google and search for different images on number of programming languages, you will get to see these word clouds. So the thing that you're looking at in front of you is referred to as word cloud, and this word cloud is built upon the term called as search term called as programming language. And what surrounds these this particular word programming language is the names and important characteristics of different programming languages. If you see, there are more than 100 words written around programming language word, and most of them are names of different programming languages. So there are so many programming languages. That is what I mean to say by looking at this particular cloud. So do I need to read and understand or know all these programming languages? How do these programming languages are classified? So one by one in this series of videos, we're going to look at these aspects. And today we're going to look at the very basic question that any newbie who is trying to learn programming, he has in his mind one or the other day. Even I had this question when I started learning about programming myself, but soon that I started learning the programming languages, the question went off and it never appeared. And it suddenly appeared 2 3 years back when one of my students asked me a question, "Sir, how many programming languages do we need to learn? I'm in just second year and you have thrown us 6 programming languages already to be learning and mastering." Okay, so now we're going to attempt to understand why there are so many programming languages. Why can't we have only one or two programming languages and then work around with this? Why can't there be a one standard programming languages using which I could run the programming devices on or the computational devices on? The reason behind the plethora of programming languages being there is actually written over here. These are not the limited reasons. There are many other reasons as well which are not included here. But these 8 reasons which I have picked up based on my thinking as well as from the programming pragmatics textbook that is generally used to teach programming to early programmers. These are the 8 reasons. Number one is evolution. The rapid evolution of computational technology has given a way for different programming languages to evolve continuously, add up things to make them so different from their original version that they are now called as a different programming languages. And that made us, rather than saying that same programming language version 1, version 2, version 3, is a different programming language. So evolution of programming languages led to creation of newer and newer instances of older programming languages with much better improved features, which are now new programming languages. Other important fact is that computation was applied to specific computational tasks by different people in different places in the world, different universities in the world, and hence there were very much different application specific or special purpose programming languages that got evolved, which were suited for certain tasks, which were suited for certain types of computation, and hence there are many different what you can say islands of programming languages which are there, which are suited for only that kind of tasks. Personal preferences are other important characteristics based on which different programmers choose different programming languages to use, and hence, when these people themselves become language developers, they actually take those features together and try to enhance those features and make the programming language different from its base structure, and they evolve different programming languages. Expressive power of different programming languages differ from each other. What I can solve and what I cannot solve in a programming language differs. So we talk about general purpose programming languages and application specific programming languages. Certain programming languages are meant to do certain tasks and not the others, and that comes under this point. Ease of use for novice. So many programming languages, they are not rather used for development of softwares, but they are used as teaching tools for a new programmers. For new programmers to adopt to this concept of translating their thoughts into a program code that can be executed on a machine, okay, giving actual device or giving actual programming environment becomes a difficult task for a novice to adapt to this particular programming concepts. So to make them aware of programming concept, many of the programming languages like Basic, like Turtle and other programming languages have evolved, which can be taught to 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, anybody, any person who is not at all connected to computation. Okay, ease of implementation is another important thing. Standardization also gives rise to different programming languages. Many a time standardization can actually make multiple programming languages into one single unit, but otherwise it can happen in different way as well. Open source. Being open source is a very important criteria nowadays for a programming language to be popular, and that happens with programming languages like Python, Java, and other things. So this series is going to be, I'll be bringing different concepts of programming to you. Today what we try to learn or try to understand basically is, so this is not little learning, many things are just my expressions. What exactly is a programming language, what is a program, and why there are so many programming languages. That is what we understood today. So I hope you like these sessions, and I'll try to have a couple of videos every week in order that to keep this journey